In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the washer tank on this Lexus IS250. This is located behind your front bumper. It comes with the pump and the level sensor already installed, so let's get started. From underneath the vehicle at the front, you'll see this shield that is supposed to be secured to the bottom of the front bumper cover. Looks like my vehicle has been in a slight collision here, and the tabs are all broken except for this side. So I don't have anything to unthread here because it wouldn't actually be removing anything. It's already broken. So for you, remove the 10mm headed screws that hold this shield onto the front bumper cover all across the front. There should be 4 of them. It looks like I still have 1 over here. And with those out, the center shield should be unhooked from the bumper. We still have some on each side, so remove this one in the center and then the one that's all the way to the side. On the side of the bumper cover, where it meets the fender liner, there will be 2 clips on each side. To unlock these, you want a flathead screwdriver, turn clockwise or counterclockwise, 1/4 of a turn or 90 degrees, and then pick it out. You want to remove it all the way. To finish removing it, you might need a trim tool. We'll do the same to the one on the top. And if you peel the fender liner away, which you can now do since it's unclipped, you'll see that 10mm headed screw that we have to remove. Now you can pull the bumper cover away, and we'll do the same to the other side. Your vehicle should also have some fog light connectors on the back side of the bumper cover. So with it peeled away, you should be able to reach those, and by pressing down on the locking tabs, wiggling and pulling down, you'll be able to disconnect the electrical connector. Now, sometimes these get really stuck. So what I do to overcome this is I use a pocket screwdriver, come in from the top, and basically push the connector or the locking tab of the connector out from the other side, just like that. And then with some pliers, very gently wiggle the electrical connector and pull down. All right, shake the sand out of it and do the same to the other side. Now we have to remove this cover, and it's just held on with a bunch of push clips, so we'll go around, pop them all out with a trim tool, and then remove the cover. With that shield removed, you'll see that on each corner by the headlight, there's some hardware that looks like it's a plastic grommet with a Phillips head screw in the center. We do have to remove that, so grab a Phillips head screwdriver or a bit for your impact driver and remove it. We'll do the same to the other side. And right in the center by the hood latch, you'll see a 10mm headed bolt. Remove that as well. Now, from the top, lift the bumper cover up and away, pull it away, and set it aside. Now, right behind the driver's side headlight, you'll see this 10mm headed bolt. Let's remove it. With that out of the way, we release the washer fluid filler neck, which you can just pull straight up on. To get to one of the mounting bolts as well as the washer pump for this washer tank, we'll have to peel the front of the fender liner away a little bit. 10mm socket, and to start, we'll remove these 2 fasteners. They're screws holding on the fender liner. Another one towards the inside, right on the body. The last one will be right in front of the tire. Pull the fender liner away. Now looking behind the washer tank, you can see the pump. We're going to unplug it, press on that tab, and disconnect the electrical connector. We'll also unplug this hose for the washer fluid. Keep in mind, fluid will leak at this point if your washer tank has any left in it. Mine does, so I have a rubber plug to plug that fitting as soon as I pull the hose off. The hose may leak a little bit, but it should stop. It's the pump side that's going to leak quite a bit. All right. This wiring harness is clipped onto the washer tank, so with a trim tool, I'm going to push it off. All right. Follow the harness towards the front, and let's unplug the level sensor. Okay. Sometimes these get quite full of sand and debris, so they're hard to unplug, so you can use a screwdriver to help you out. Now back to behind the washer tank, you can see this 10mm headed bolt that we have to remove. This holds on part of the washer tank. All right, set that aside. Now in the front, behind the impact absorber, you'll see a 10mm screw that holds the tank onto the vehicle. So with a long extension and a 10mm socket, remove that bolt. From directly underneath, you'll see two more fasteners, 10mm in size. Let's remove both of these. What this will do is allow us to move this air duct so we can get to the last bolt that holds on this washer tank. Now pull this down. Okay. This will expose the last 10mm fastener that we have to remove to get the washer tank out. That bracket has a hook on it, so it's not going to move too much, but it can fall, especially if it's full. All right, now I had this bolt up here started just a turn or two in order to hold the reservoir in place. So now I can remove it, unhook that bracket in the back, and there is your reservoir. Now take the new reservoir and we're gonna slide it into place, but make sure this wiring goes on the correct side. This stays behind, this will go around it towards the front. Also, this tab will have a hook that has to hook onto there. That's the last thing that we unhooked before removing the old one, just like that. And now I have one bolt ready to mount it. This is going to be the easiest place to mount it just so it can stay secured and not fall off. All I'm going to do is just start it on to the threads. I don't need to tighten it up just yet. So that's started, which means now I can let go and install the other fasteners. This right here is going to be another one that we want to put back in. With it started, drive it in a little bit. That way you know it's seated. Last but not least, that last one that we removed, put that back in. Snug it up. At this point, we can snug up all of them. If you're tightening them by hand, about 1/8 of a turn at most after they bottom out. You don't want to break the plastic that they hold on to. Now resecure this wiring harness. And while we're at it, we might as well plug in the pump, not just with the connector, but also with the hose. And around the front side, plug in the level sensor. Now let's put this air duct back in. At the top, it has to line up with the narrower duct that goes in. There we go. Resecure the air duct at the bottom with the two 10mm head screws. Before you tighten that one, put the other one in so you can pivot this and line it up. With both started, snug it up. Now take your washer tank filler neck, slide it down and line it up with the tank itself, which you can see if you look straight down. And of course, line it up with the bolt hole so that we can then bolt it back on. All right, once you've pressed it down all the way, line this up, thread it in and tighten it up. Now you can fill this up with your favorite washer fluid. Now towards the front of the fender liner, reinstall all the screws that hold the fender liner in place. Now bring the front bumper cover back over the front of the vehicle. Careful not to scratch your paint or your headlights. At the center of the top of the bumper cover, reinstall this 10mm headed fastener. Snug it up. And on each corner near the headlight, reinstall the Phillips head fasteners that actually have machined threads on them with the plastic bump stop at the top. Just snug those up. Now reinstall this cover and put back all the push clips that held it on. On each side of the bumper cover, line it up with this bracket that's below the fender, and you want to make sure that it clips in and locks in. All right. Now in each corner where the fender meets the bumper cover, screw in the 10mm headed screw that secures the two of them together. Now plug in the fog light bulb. Now let's fit the fender liner back on the bumper cover. It has to go behind these clips. Now insert these push clips with the two tabs facing up and down. Push them all the way in. Once you've done that, you can turn them clockwise and they'll lock in. At the bottom of the bumper cover in the front, put back all the fasteners that you have. For me, a lot of them are missing and things are broken, so I have to improvise a little bit, but I'm going to put back some screws and some push clips. Okay, once you have all your fasteners back, job is done.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.